So I want to make sure I do a good job of explaining your trade lines. There are two different kinds of trade lines that can report on your credit. The first is a revolving, and the second is an installment. Let me explain. A revolving account is something similar to a home equity line of credit, or more commonly, a credit card. So what that means is there's a line of credit available to you, and your payment is based off of the amount of money that you've borrowed against, right? Your balance that you have on your credit card. So if you have a $1,000 limit, your payment's going to be larger that month than if you have a $30 balance. Right? Makes sense? Your installment loan, on the other hand, is a set payment for a set dollar amount that you've borrowed for a set period of time. So even if you make an extra payment or you pay down a big chunk, your payment's still going to remain the same, but you'll shorten that term of when you pay that off. It is best to have at least one revolving or credit card and one installment loan. So most people accomplish this through an auto loan. Most of us have an auto loan, and a lease also shows up as an installment. So an auto loan and at least one credit card. My recommendation on the credit card is to have it be a bank-backed credit card versus a store credit card. So bank-backed, I mean Capital One, Discover Card, American Express, Chase, something along those lines, right? Store credit cards don't tend to help you as much as a bank-backed. My tip for you on credit, and I will say this in every one of these videos in the credit repair section, is don't overutilize your credit cards. You want to keep your balances 30% or below of what your limit is. So work really hard to always maintain a balance less than 30%. If you can't get there by paying down a balance, so in other words, let's say your credit card right now is maxed out at $5,000 and it's going to take you some time to get that down to 30%, perhaps you can call the credit card company and ask them if they'll increase your credit line. Do not go out and charge more. But what you're doing is you're creating some additional space in that utilization, and that will actually really help your credit score. So one trade line, that's an installment loan, and one trade line, that's a revolving. It's okay to have more, but it's not necessary to have 10, 15, 20 credit cards. After a while, it just kind of plateaus. It doesn't really help you.